That's right, these gauntlets aren't just for show. They've been
Filled
storing
up
up
with
my
his
sweat
sweat?
inside for one monster blast!
Oh, interesting.
Now, Bakugo, don't do it! You'll kill him!
He'll be fine as long as he dodges!
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Let's React. I'm Kenny and this is Montana.
And today we're going to be reacting to Season 1, Episode 7 of My Hero Academia, Deku versus Kacchan.
Yeah, this will be the only time they ever fight. This is it.
After this, I imagine the air is clear.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
But
They're best friends.
yeah, they started squaring off last episode with Bakugo going straight for the explosive kill and Deku hip tossing him, facing off with him, presumably to fight without his quirk, considering he said he wouldn't want classmates. What are your thoughts before we jump into this episode?
I'm just so enjoying learning more about the quirks. Specifications are so good.
Top tier, and we can't wait to delve more into them. Also, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below if you're excited for more of this amazing show. I know I am. If you can't wait and want to see several episodes ahead of My Hero Academia, these episodes are all posted to Patreon and they're extended uncut forms. All right, are we excited for episode 7 of My Hero Academia?
Absolutely.
All right, let's get it.
Let's go.
Dunderheads, this video was brought to you by the incredible members of the Let's React Patreon. If you want access to a ton of exclusive perks, check out the link in the description below. Have a good day, Twinkle Toes!
Was he seriously just tricking me all these years? I'm gonna roast that damn nerd today!
He's upset.
He can be a real
Very,
pain,
very
sure,
angry.
but his strength and confidence and his ambition, not to mention his quirk, they're all so much greater than mine. But that just means that I have to do better.
He thinks his ambition is greater than his. Did he say it? Did I hear that right?
Yeah, I mean, potentially.
And his ambition, not to mention his quirk, they're all so much greater than mine.
That is
But that
so
just means
interesting.
That I have to do better.
Because technically Deku wants to be a hero, Kacchan wants to be
refuse to lose today.
the richest hero ever.
All right, let's begin the combat training.
But it also is more semantics there.
And you're wrong.
Time starts now.
I want to hurt you so bad they'll have to stop the fight! Just close!
He's so extra every single time.
Impossible! How'd he know? He's not that good!
Nice.
Perfect.
You can call me Deku, but I'm not the same helpless, defenseless kid anymore. You hear me? I've changed! From now on, Deku is the name of a hero!
Nice.
Amazing. This really interesting psych neuro-ish study where they basically had a bunch of shapes and they told people to sort them into Kiki and Booba or Boba, which doesn't mean anything. But every
happens.
single person put every like sharp shape into
Yeah.
Kiki and every like rounded-ish shape into Booba. And that idea like applies to a lot of stuff. And I feel like Bakugo is so Kiki
And Deku's so
and
booba.
Deku is so Booba.
That's actually a really great way to put it.
Right? But like look at them next to each other.
Yeah.
Come on!
Like come on.
Yeah.
Yeah! Oh, yeah!
All the other neighborhood kids followed him around. It seemed like he could do anything. And no matter what he decided to do, he was always so confident. I thought he was the coolest person I'd ever met. However, after his quirk manifested, he started to change.
Too big for his britches.
Shaking in your boots, you're so scared. But you want to fight me anyway. That's why I hate you!
Here's the sad truth. All men are not created equal. When I was 4 years old, I learned that some kids have more power than others.
Call back to the beginning of the show.
Amazing.
Deku versus Kacchan.
Bakugo, come in. Where are you?
Just shut up and defend the weapon!
I've got more important things to worry about.
Are you forgetting what our mission is? Hello? He hung up on me. This isn't the time for radio silence. We're supposed to be partners. Ah!
Ida's just upset.
Yikes.
Who is Bakugo talking to?
I'm not hearing
The work
anything.
environment's not
We get any
working
sound
very
with
well
this
for him.
video?
He's got a radio in his ear so he can talk to his partner. I gave it to him before the match started, along with a map of the building. Also this, a roll of capture tape. Wrapping this around your opponent means you've apprehended them, and they're out for the rest of the game.
So there's a
Interesting.
15-minute time limit, and the good guys have no idea what floor the nuclear weapon is hidden on, right?
Correct!
Then the heroes are clearly at a disadvantage here, a big one.
Real pros have to
As
outwit
they
villains
always
on a daily
are.
basis.
Yep.
That's life, even when the odds aren't in our favor. We fight! All together, let's hear a Plus Ultra!
Monsieur, he's on the move.
Doing
Very
Plus Ultra
sweet.
with All Might must be the coolest thing.
Uraraka! Go!
Sounds like you're talking about some crazy drugs.
Ballsy move!
Loki.
Think you can take me alone?
Wanna do Plus Ultra with All
The
Might?
capture tape. Hero notebook number 10, page 18.
Interesting.
Luckily, I got to see Eraserhead's moves in
Okay.
action.
Cool, right?
Yeah.
What'll Kacchan do now? Knowing him, he'll be impatient and try another big punch.
It's pretty cool.
Right.
Yep.
Little guy's really good.
He's holding his own and he hasn't even used his quirk yet.
Not surprising. He's always been pretty good at taking action in crisis situations.
Amazing.
Plus, he spent years taking notes on different heroes. He internalized everything he learned. Those lessons are in his blood now.
He looked through before he signed it.
Right.
Just paying off and driving him forward.
Yeah.
That's so great. What this situation like reminds me of so much is like when you're a neurodivergent kid and you haven't quite figured out what to do, how your brain works, and like how you're so different from everyone. And so you are like behind the pack in that like situation. But then as you like go through life and you figure out all the different ways that you can like adjust to that kind of thing, then by the time you get to like your mid-20s or like your early mid-20s, and your brain does start to develop and whatever aspect of that can be outgrown has been outgrown, now you're at the same base level with all the additional stuff that you learned from the past. So the fact that he hasn't even had to use his quirk yet, like that's such an amazing way to demonstrate how him not getting his power until later was actually a good thing in the context of his fighting.
That fanboy knowledge is paying off and driving him forward.
He kicked first this time. He's switching things up so I can't predict his moves. Does that mean he's worried?
A little scared. But he can't show that at all because then he knows
I'm
it's
not gonna
over.
be able to fight him at close range now. I need some kind of plan.
Damn it! You were tricking me for years by acting weak! Bet you've been laughing behind my back, huh? So where's that flashing power of yours now? Let's see how it compares to mine! Quirk or no, you'll never beat me, Deku! That guy has some real anger.
That's so interesting.
He's like, I bet you're laughing behind my back.
The young Bakugou thinks very highly of himself. But this level of pride is something else. It may end up being his demise.
Good. He's completely forgotten about my partner. Just like I thought. If they wanted to send someone out to stop us here, it should have
Just
been
chilling.
He's way faster after all. That probably means Kacchan's gone rogue. The two of them aren't working together as a team.
Who would have guessed
If we had
that?
to take those two on head-to-head, our chances of winning would be pretty low. They've got such strong quirks. I can't go after the weapon right now or Kacchan will follow me. And if we both tried to take him down, we'd probably run out of time.
The time limit
Stay split
really
up for
like
now. I have to trust Uraraka. She'll find the weapon
With the
and
bomb,
Ina,
that's
and then
pretty
I'll join her for a
realistic.
2-on-1
Yeah.
fight. That's how we'll win.
okay.
I'll just have to capture Kacchan down here. On my own. I can do it. As long as I don't get too close to his hands.
Stop hiding!
Okay.
Come on and face me, you coward!
By the way, I've been meaning to tell you, Kacchan.
You're even worse than the rest of these rejects! You really think they let someone like you in when they could have me?
No, wait! I'm not trying to compete against you! I take back everything I said.
I am trying to compete against you.
Yeah.
Like it or not, you can't stop me! From now on, Deku's the name of a hero!
He's just a little bug.
Wow, you're so awesome! Whatever, this is nothing. Uh-oh. Jesus, Zuku.
You really can't do anything right, can you? Look, you can read the last part of Izuku's name is Deku.
Whoa, so you can read that?
Well, obviously. Deku. That must be what you call a helpless loser who's completely useless.
Why are you being so mean, Kacchan?
Why don't you understand?
Whoa! Dude, that has to be a new record!
I bet it is.
Wow!
Cool! Where's yours?
Well, it sank.
Just for no reason. Just,
Why can't
or
you
maybe
do
there is a
anything
reason.
right?
Yeah. Very few kids are just like that.
You're so lucky!
Impressive. I bet you that's gonna grow into an amazing quirk.
Definitely. A flashy quirk for a future hero. It's perfect.
Yeah, you're right.
This music great too.
I am amazing. In fact,
Silver
I bet
spoon.
there's no one as great as I am.
Wow, you're so lucky! Your quirk is amazing, Kacchan! When I get mine, I hope it's just as cool!
Whatever, Deku. No matter what power you end up with, you'll never be able to beat me.
A worthless bug for me to smash.
Yeah, it's his mindset's interesting given the backstory, right?
Very, very interesting.
Yeah, it's called being quirkless.
You're a total failure, Deku. Forward march, and here we go! Members of the agency, Bakugou, sound up!
Kacchan!
Hey! You okay down there?
Oh, don't worry.
That's
Kacchan is
embarrassing.
super tough.
I was just fine on my own, Deku.
Hurry, get back up here!
Sure. Just give me 1 second.
I didn't need your stupid help.
Are you alright? Are you hurt? I was worried you might have hit your head or something.
But you looked at me like I was some kind of weakling.
Kacchan, I couldn't just stand there and watch you die.
Like you. But I'm not. I'm so much better than you are.
Wow.
So, what do you make of that?
Okay.
Field it.
Okay, there's so much. Okay, the first thing, we've talked about the fundamental attribution error, do you remember? Is the idea that when something relates to ourselves, it's situation-based, and when something relates to other people, it's like inherent to who they are as a person. So when Bakugou is saying, oh, he kept it from me, he's like, it's been deliberate, it's planned out, all of these things are attributing the idea that Bakugou didn't know about the power. There are so many different ways that that could have come to be, but his brain immediately goes to, he knows it was on purpose, it was to make me look stupid, it was deliberate, it was malicious, it was violent. Like, that's the place his brain immediately goes, which tells you so much about him as a character.
And then what do you make of that scene where Deku goes to help him and he's angry at him for that?
I mean, it's the idea that if you need the help of someone who is so inferior to the way you see yourself, that you can't actually be the way you see yourself. Because if you were truly that great, you wouldn't need anyone's help, let alone such a weakling, a quirkless, whatever. And then being confronted with that reality, the response is anger. And so then that gets taken out on Deku.
Yeah.
That's like such textbook projection. And it's like he obviously was just keeping Deku around. That's like another really interesting thing about bullies is like, okay, if you hate someone so much, like why do you keep them around? And it's like they're a fun punching bag. When that person no longer is a punching bag, that's very, very scary for a bully to have that like reality presented to them.
Found it. Now I just have to tell Deku and try my best to stay out of sight until he gets up here.
Bakugo definitely has a villainous side, and that's exactly what we need to succeed in this mission. I need to temporarily devote myself to criminal intent. Yes.
Is he saying this all
Fail
out
this
loud?
trial and risk bringing shame down on the Ida family name.
Come on.
Means I must now embrace evil to become a hero. Behold, I
The
am the
one
personification
lens.
of villainy.
Did you see that?
The what?
That when he was saying that, one of the lenses of his glasses was doing the villain thing, but the other one wasn't. So it's like, as I become a villain, I'm not.
Yeah, you're getting the the glasses thing. That's very intentional.
Right?
To become a hero. Behold, I am the personification
Very
of
smart. And look, now that that's
Yeah.
the villainous side.
Serious.
Uraraka, is that you?
Can people just keep their internal thoughts
I knew
inside
you
their
would
head,
come here
please?
alone the instant that Bakugo ran off by himself and engaged with Midoriya. Your quirk allows you to float anything that you touch. But I prepared for that by hiding every object in this room so you have nothing to use against me, do-gooder. My dastardly tricks have rendered you helpless. You've blundered, hero.
I love the hero voice.
He's just like explaining
villain voice.
everything. Yeah.
He's playing the part.
I'm here. How's it going?
Yeah, it does look cooler when he ripped the mask.
Here.
Right?
Sorry. Right now he's modeling
Very Phantom of the Opera. Now he's monologuing.
Right above me. We probably don't have much time left now. We have to finish this fast or they win. I won't give up yet. I can capture Kacchan. I won't lose.
Rick, where'd you get a hand grenade? I don't know.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
I'm all loaded up.
What does that mean?
Why aren't
Nice.
you using your fancy quirk? Don't tell me you're underestimating me, Deku. Get over here and show me what you're really
Like the fact that that's his takeaway.
Yeah.
You're not using it. You're underestimating me.
Right now.
Calm down.
Kacchan.
I say like I haven't done that a million
Not scared of you
times.
anymore.
Yeah.
By now you probably know how my quirk explosion works. I secrete nitroglycerin-like sweat from my hand to make it blow up. Imagine what I could do if I had a lot of it. That's right, these gauntlets aren't just for show. They've
He
been
filled it
storing
up with
my
his sweat?
inside for one monster blast.
Oh, interesting.
Bakugo, don't do it!
Holy
He'll
shit.
be fine as long as he dodges.
No way he's not dead. I mean, like for the show, but
That was
like,
a crazy attack, right?
how?
Wasn't that
Did that
animation nuts
happen?
too?
That was amazing.
Yeah. It's just.
Is that even allowed?
These are awesome. The more nitro sweat that's stored in these gauntlets, the stronger the explosion is.
Pretty cool.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So sweat makes
Use your
his.
stupid
Right.
Work on me, Deku. Even if you give me everything you've got, you'll never beat me.
You know that like antiperspirant deodorant?
Yeah.
You just cover him with that.
Yeah.
And then he
he's
can't
just
do anything.
Done.
Now what are you gonna do?
Bakugo, answer me! What is going on down there?
Now's my chance.
Now!
If I can claim the weapon, that means we win!
Oh boy.
Not so fast, hero!
Amazing.
Just have to touch the weapon. In one move, this'll all be over!
Since when can she make herself float?
Nice.
Release!
Whoa. Oh, just kidding.
Worth it!
No.
You can't have it.
That didn't look comfy.
Admirable attempt! But your quirk's no threat if you can't touch anything. I can easily keep this weapon out of your reach until time runs out.
What's the matter? You look scared. You dodged the
yeah.
attack so you can still fight, can't you?
I wonder
Come
why.
And get me.
The gauntlets make it so he can use his powers at long range. I'm not safe even if I stay away from him. So what do I do?
Extra short range.
Come in, what's the situation?
It's also good there.
Are you ignoring me again? I'll get your attention.
Sir, isn't this getting out of hand? That Bakugo is acting real crazy. He's gonna kill him.
Not so.
I want to hurt you so bad they'll have to stop the fight. Just close. Oh, he'll be fine as long as he dodges.
Despite his fierce posturing, he's not actually trying to kill Midoriya. But still. Bakugo, use that stored-up power again and I'll stop this fight. Your team will lose.
Huh?
To employ such a strong attack indoors is inviting the destruction of the stronghold you should be protecting. That's a poor strategy, whether you're a hero or a villain. The penalty would be a massive loss of points.
Uh-oh.
The fact that they didn't say that beforehand.
Right now.
But
What?
The pillar by the window.
we'll fight hand to hand.
It's no good. I can't dodge this. I'll have to counterattack. Like this.
Oh.
What was that move?
Pretty sick move, right?
Come off as a guy with a strategy, but he's actually quite intelligent.
Holy shit.
What are you talking about?
He changed his Bakugo?
Trajectory while in midair using a blast that doubled
Oh yeah.
He's smart.
Yeah.
Bakugo's not just some just attacker, you know?
And demonstrate control over his quirk.
Bakugo is uber talented. Here it comes, nerd! The famous right hook you were whining about!
Oh.
Deku!
I hate that so much.
Never forget what you are! You're a weakling!
giving me any time to form a strategy. I can't beat him without a quirk after all. He's too good. I have no choice.
He's gonna use it
This is
on
hard
a
to watch.
person.
All he has to do is
Ooh.
wrap tape around him, not kill him.
Bakugo's certainly acting like a villain. I thought Midoriya
Playing the
was pretty
part.
amazing
Yeah.
at the start of the fight, but he's completely outmatched in terms of combat power. Not to mention Bakugo seems like a natural at all
Wow.
this stuff.
Bakugo is pretty
It's a
skilled.
wild animation. Yeah.
But I'll let it go on.
He's running away.
On all
Very
fours?
manly, but he doesn't have a choice. He is outgunned.
He's just feral at this
Unless
point.
he's got some kind of plan.
He's hobby horsing.
Yes.
He's giving him as
Why
much
won't you use
space
your
as he
damn quirk
can.
against me? Still think you can stop me without it?
That's not it.
You've been hiding your true power for years. What's the deal, Deku? Did you think you were better than me this entire time?
That's what you think? You idiot! You've always been stronger, Kacchan! I know that you're better than me! Can't you see? That's why I want to beat you! Because you're amazing!
You're even more of an idiot than I realized. Come at me!
The only other time I hear that much passion in his voice is when he talks about being a hero. In order to achieve his dream, he has to do this. Not for me, but
All
for
right.
himself.
He knows it's a rivalry.
Let's do it. Oh my god.
Oh boy.
You're gonna kill each other! Sir!
He's like, it's so cool though.
Both of you stop!
Uraraka, now!
What?
I can't beat you. Not in a one-on-one fight like this. But I can win!
What's happening?
Oh, she can just grab it. Amazing.
Special move! The Comet Home Run!
In the name of villainy, I demand that you stop this!
Amazing.
They win.
Yay!
That was a pretty sick move by
That
Deku,
was
right?
very cool.
So, just so you know, he said, Uraraka, 5th column on the right. That was it.
Okay.
Yeah. Pretty
Amazing.
ingenuity-filled action.
Wasn't it? You were playing me this entire time, you bastard!
You're playing yourself, buddy.
Going to use it. Because I can't control it. My body just can't handle the backlash of my power yet. Mr. Aizawa said I'd be useless. But this was all that I could think of. This is the only way
Oh.
I had any chance at winning.
Forgot he took the brunt of the fire on his other arm.
So they won.
Yeah. But at the cost of both
At
of Deku's
what
arms.
cost? Yeah.
Great first lesson. But he did it.
The hero team wins!
Oh boy.
And that is where we are left for episode 7 of My Hero Academia. What do you think?
Bakugo is not gonna handle that well.
Yeah.
It's not your fault. We're just playing on different levels. For your own safety, go outside. I'm sure our opponents intend to fight a defensive battle.
Half ice. Oh.
But we've already won.
Name me something Bakugo has handled well.
So true.
He's a bit of a hot shot. Quite literally. Well, that's where we're left for this episode. Thank you for watching. If you want to see more episodes, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and check out the Patreon linked in the description below to see these episodes early of My Hero Academia and the other shows we're watching. We have a lot to discuss. Before we do that, where are we headed?
All right, let's review.
All right, question 1. Big Fuse asks, in this episode, we see Bakugo and Deku really go at each other, and also not only shows Bakugo's incredible power, but his intellect as well. Do you have any ideas/theories on Bakugo's seemingly unfounded hatred of Deku? I know we've already talked about it a lot, but just any final thoughts on that? It's like, where do you think that fully stems from? What is like the seed of that, if you had to pinpoint it?
I mean, the vast majority of the time, people who are being bullied are being targeted because there's something about them the bully sees in themselves and doesn't like about themselves. It's like an anger at like, you have the audacity to publicly do this thing that I like push down inside of myself. And I think that like the thing that he's ashamed of and is pushing down is the idea of not being powerful and not having that skill, because his entire thing is like, oh, Deku, you're nothing because you don't have a quirk. Basically what he's saying is that he believes he is nothing if he did not have a quirk. So if he lost his quirk, he would be nothing. And now, having Deku get a quirk and beat him, he's less than nothing now.
Yeah,
like
this is the point I actually wanted to point out earlier, and I'm glad that I didn't because you came to it, which is that Bakugo thinks Deku's such a weakling nerd. What does it say about him if he's requiring the help of that nerd? Like he sees Deku as everything he doesn't want to be.
Exactly.
So having that beat him,
having someone you view as so inferior both beat you and need to help you. You can't argue that they're that inferior to you anymore.
Yeah, but the big question of it all is still why exactly he's so angry about it. You know, like feelings of insecurity are one thing, but he's like a fireball all the time.
Yeah, well, and he was a dick to Deku even before he realized that Deku didn't have a quirk. So if it was like, oh, well, you know, I'm just like really mean to people who don't have quirks because I think that's the only thing that matters about being a person, and that wouldn't have applied to before.
Yeah.
I mean, it might be the same idea, just being weak in general.
Yep, he still views Deku as weak, so what is it? It kind of shatters his perception.
Yeah.
Yeah, but second question, based off that question, Jinchuriki87 asks, now the tables have turned and Deku is actually won against Bakugo. How do you think this will affect Bakugo's ego, and what do you foresee in this clearly complicated relationship?
Yeah, so I think it's going to be really, really bad. I think it's going to be like simultaneously a lot of anger that's obviously unfounded. Like anger at the fact that he was beaten at all, disappointed with himself for being beaten by someone so weak, and then embarrassed because everyone saw. God, and then anytime he sees Deku like moving forward, that's gonna be like a whole thing. This is gonna be bad.
Yeah, we'll see if it ends up being bad or what it ends up being, but I can't really comment on that.
So true.
But I will say the final question, which I will come up with now. What do you think of All Might letting the situation play out, even knowing they were in grave danger because he thought it was something Deku needed to do for himself?
Okay, so for the grave danger part, with the healing component that we know exists in this world, did he think they would maybe die?
I mean, if Deku releases a 100% smash and it hits Bakugo, that's going to be real hard to fix.
Seems pretty irresponsible.
It's but the part that gets me is that Bakugo is certainly maybe going to hurt Deku. Like, he's bullied him his whole life.
You know what it feels like?
He did say, I want to beat you, but not enough for them to stop us, just close, is what he said. So he took him at his word for that, but...
Right. It's like when a super like uneducated dog owner has a very big, very scary dog, and then there's like a little yappy dog that is so angry, and the big dog's owner goes, oh, it's okay, she won't bite. What do you think's gonna happen? The yappy dog is gonna fucking bum rush your dog like it always does, and your dog is either gonna have to just take it, which no creature is biologically programmed to do that forever.
Yeah.
or they're gonna fight back. And what happens when they fight back? It's game over. It's game over for the fucking Yappy dog. And then
Who's who in this situation?
All Might is the irresponsible owner. Deku is the Great Dane. Bakugo is the Chihuahua.
Really? Wow. Funny that I feel Bakugou would be pretty upset if you characterized him that way.
I'm sure he would, which is how a Yappy Chihuahua would feel about being called a Yappy Chihuahua.
Exactly. But I think that's a good comparison. But the thing you have to keep in mind is All Might also is the greatest hero in the world. So maybe he knows a little better.
No, I would take his word over mine.
Yeah,
but it's just a shitty situation because in those situations, the one who ultimately takes the fall is the Great Dane.
Yeah.
Who is ultimately the least responsible.
That's a good point. And I think that's where we're going to leave it for this episode. Thank you for watching. Are we excited for episode 8 of My Hero Academia?
Can't wait.
All right, let's get it.
Let's go.